top of the gates. They're ready.
Everybody just be ready.
Widespread betting medium, and they're off and they're racing. Dorado dawdled out. It's back a clear last. Nelson's Flight clearly won the break. Ms. Zedell jumped quickly. Coming over, Purist is going to look for the lead as well. Purist takes on Nelson's Flight, Ms. Zedell, and going forward, San Crispino. She'll want to get up outside of Purist, which is going to take control of the speed. Further back is What About Moi, settling on the inside of First Lady. Then minus looks Dorado. Salon de Chevelle and Alma Halo getting back into the field in the tail end of Porfirio. They approach the 1,000 going down the back. It's Purist rolling them along by a length and a half to the mare San Crispino. Nelson's Flight third. A length and a half to Ms. Zedell. She's well placed. Back on the inside, What About Moi being shaded by First Lady. Then came Dorado. Minus looks together. The last trio, Salon de Chevelle and Alma Halo, and ridden along at the tail is Porfirio, who's about 8 lengths from the pacemaker, heading down the side, 700 from the judge, and that's Purist who clears out. Purist shoots away from them for Bennett, coming up to the home turn, led by more than 2 lengths now, San Crispino. Nelson's Flight third, over on the inside, the old fellow. Ms. Zedell's now starting to get a hurry on, being followed by What About Moi into the clear. It's tracking up in the centre, followed then by First Lady. Minus looks Alma Halo, headed the remainder, but it's Purist who led them at the 300. It's Purist clear from What About Moi. San Crispino from last, Porfirio. It's zigging and zagging its way through. It's come from the tail and cut right up on their inside to hit the front, Porfirio. Porfirio sprinting through, dashes away. Gee, there's a brilliant ride with Alma Halo and Salon de Chevelle running on, but Porfirio from Stone Motherless, thanks very much, and a superb ride to get it home from Salon de Chevelle, Alma Halo. Then came Nelson's Flight behind those. Purists knocking up right behind them with What About Moi, then Dorado. Ms. Zedell was next in, followed further back behind them San Crispino, and minus looks First Lady is back with those. She's amongst the last of them home. Porfirio. Stephen Parnham on Porfirio. You'd like a rerun of the GPS back there. Last, and just zigging, zagging his way through. Coming from the tail, and all of a sudden at the 150, finding itself 2 in front. Salon de Chevelle second from Alma Halo. Nelson's Flight will be 4th in. But Porfirio for the Brett Pope stable, the War Chant mare, has produced one of the best wins of her career, her 5th in 31 out of La Plunge. Porfirio, she's gone around $21. Didn't see a lot of the action in the market. Owned by Ms. Kay Anderson and S. Snell, and Stephen Parnham here in the saddle. Field fanning. He went from absolute boiled lollies to chocolates within about 200 metres there, the race completely being flipped around on its head. Second home is number 1, Salon de Chevelle by Trade Fair from Montalia. Neville Parker, Lucy Warwick, and third went to 4 Alma Halo by Alma Her from Rue Galilee, Colin Webster and Troy Turner. 2 lengths, a long head with the margins in 140.50. 140.50, the time thereafter the running of the Iron Jack handicap. So it's Porfirio who returns back into the winners list at her 4th run in this preparation. Down to the yard in a tick. Race 6, the Amelia Park Blue Spec Stakes, over 1,600 at 3.10. It comes up next, a field of 8. No changes there out of the first leg of the quaddie. Well, Britt back there at the tail, you wouldn't have given a tuppence for Porfirio where she was, but gee, things change very quickly, can't they, in racing?
Oh, can they ever? And that's exactly what happened there. Porfirio able to get up here. I have Brett Pope, who's just waiting on her return. Brett, you took the blinkers off the mare. Talk us through that change.
Well, to be honest, she's had 3 runs this time in, and they've been very poor, you know. She's such a quiet horse around the stables, and we've got a couple of young girls at the stables, and they ride her all the time, and I think she's just sort of, you know, been pulling the wool over their eyes a little bit. So after her last start, you know, they would talk to retire, go to stud, but I said, just let me have a go with her, you know. I've rode her all myself since her last start and every day, and yeah, she put her mind back on the job.
Has that been a case of just making sure that you were sort of pouring a little bit of extra work into her?
Yeah, she's just getting a little bit cunning, you know, like just switching off a bit. But when it counted, she kicked today.
What were you thinking during the run?
Oh, I said to Stevie, just behind the barriers, keep trotting around, just keep her switched on, and wherever, just help her out the gates and let her know that, you know, game on, not just fall out the back, and just wherever she settles, then she'll give you a good kick when you ask.
Now that she's given you this victory, does she go to stud?
Oh, it's up to the owners, but if I got my way, she'll be back here next Saturday in a 2000.
Let's hope we can see her in 7 days' time. Well done on the win.
Thank you.
There's Brett Pope, and nothing like the boss's touch. He's jumped aboard himself and just let her know that she's still in the racing game, not ready to be a mum just yet, albeit it might be around the corner depending on what the owners do decide, but I bet they're glad that they've sent her around today. And Stevie Parnham is with Scott.
I'll grab Stevie for a word. Stevie, she can from time to time be a bit reluctant to go early. What was she like today?
Yeah, look, Brett asked if I could try and be a bit more positive. Look, I kept her busy before the race just so that she was switched on, but they went a bit too quick for us early, so we settled where we did, and they were starting to peel off. I just took the run through the shortest way home, and yeah, she really had a good kick when I asked her.
She certainly did. Now, you said you wanted to start this year off a little bit better than last. You're off to a flyer. Can you make it a double with downforce?
Oh, look, he's got the ability to run well. You know, the other day he was on a heavy 10, and I reckon he was on the worst part of the track down the rail, so we can probably forget that run and hope he bounces into form today, so he's got a bit of a chance.
Fingers crossed, well done.
Thank you.
There's Stevie Parnham, victorious there on Porphyrio for Brett Pope, taking out the Iron Jack handicap.